Hi, my name is Devon MacNerland, executive producer and reporter at the Grounds Doc Team, and I spent the week of the inauguration in D.C.
You need to take the mask off. Time for you people to get serious about God. Where were you all on January 6th that you're now so tough right here?
First ride in D.C. It's a lot more normal than I expected. Okay. So I'm sitting on a stranger's porch because when I called the Airbnb, turned out that it was a scam. The person had never heard of Airbnb. I called the number attached to the Airbnb, and they said it was the wrong number. And when I went to the neighbor and got the number of the neighbor, he said that he never heard of Airbnb and told me to get out of his face. So I'm sitting on an old man's porch charging my phone with like $13 in my bank account. I found a place to stay for the night, and I'm hoping the refund comes today. I will have a place to stay. Ready to go out and do things. Ready to go out and see DC. Let's go. Here's the perimeter of the red zone.
I've been here for 2.5 years.
What have you been doing for 2.5 years?
This right here, campaigning for 9/11 survivors, first responders, kids without parents, parents without family. We're here to throw them a big event. Also here for the wall, the border, campaign for that. And 25 minutes of his time is what I needed, and I hope I get that before he leaves office.
What do you think of the Capitol protests?
You're saying to me what has happened?
Yeah.
It was staged. That's what I believe. I met a lot of Trump supporters over the last 2.5 years since I've been here. None of those were destructive. None of them were negative. And they all had a happy spirit. Now I met some Democrats, just like yesterday, wanted to fight me. When I was campaigning, when the White House was opened over there, Democrats wanted to fight me. So, just reading my sign. So, where is the temper and the big challenges coming from? Who's challenging who, really? I believe if they do their homework, they'll find out the Trump supporters ain't the threat. It's the Democrats. All this hostility, anger, it's a lot. And I seen it because I experienced it right here, even way before the election. What else you want to ask me?
What do you think of the incoming Biden administration?
Well, I hope he does a good job. I have nothing against him, although there's hearsay about how he got there. But he's in there. And I guess the United States and the country are counting on him to do exactly what he's supposed to do, but hoping that it's a better presidency.
are you from?
Well, originally from Texas, but been living in Miami. So I came up from Miami right now.
What brought you out here?
Originally, we were planning on coming out for the inauguration. And then after everything that happened on January 6th, that kind of changed, but we still wanted to be part of history. So we decided to come, make the best of the trip, explore, see everything that's out here, and just kind of experience. I mean, this is history because this has never happened before. So just experiencing it.
And what are your thoughts on the incident on January 6th?
I am disgusted, completely disgusted by what happened. I have so many thoughts. I mean, I can't believe what was allowed to happen. Because had it been, Black Lives Matter protest, they would never have gotten that far. And people would have had, they would have been pepper spray, tear gas, rubber bullets, all sorts of things. And these people just kind of went in and did what they did. And I mean, completely, changing history by what they did and doing something, just completely insane.
And what do you feel about the future of America?
I have hope. I always have hope. I always have hope that people will change. I have hope that, we did vote for change. We had more people come out to get rid of the current president. And I think that, hopefully with that, little by little, we can make progress towards, coming more to being, more together and united than separated and, filled with so much hate in this world.
And what are you doing out here today?
Protesting for people's freedom rights. Freedom of speech, freedom of being who you are, who you want to be.
And who is standing against that right now, in your opinion?
Trump and his supporters. They stand against that.
Now, recently, his supporters attacked the Capitol. I'm not going to mince words.
They attacked the Capitol, and that was wrong because if it was people of color or brown people, well, same thing, they would have got shot on sight. They wouldn't even made it in the building. They probably would have got sniped.
I'm assuming you're a DC local?
Nah, I'm from New York. I've been here for 4 months.
Oh, man, what brought you down here?
Drama, That's what brought me down here. I want to protect people, I didn't want to see nobody get hurt.
Yeah. So, but you were in DC when it happened.
Yeah.
How did that make you feel? What
It just
thoughts?
made me feel emotional that they could get away with that and we couldn't. Like people of color couldn't get away with that.
Now, do you see any sort of peaceful future for America?
I just hope for it. I don't know if I can see it yet until it's there. But all you can do is hope.
It is the morning of, and people are still here. The president is supposed to leave at 7, and the incoming president is supposed to be there afternoon, probably by 1. I don't know how long those things tend to last, but I have a feeling like it's going to be a long time. This is as close as I can get, but it seems as though there are people on the balcony. They may be preparing for Trump to leave office. So, if you feel comfortable, can you say your name?
Greg Thompson.
And what are you doing out here today on Inauguration Day?
Well, I'm out here 3 nights a week for the William Thomas Memorial Anti-Nuclear Peace Vigil. We've teamed up with Black Lives Matter since they kicked us out of Lafayette Park. And so I have to be here every night, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday nights.
So what are you doing here this morning then?
Well, Neil Cousins is supposed to relieve me at 7 o'clock, to tell you the truth.
Oh, so you've been out here all night?
Yeah, since 7:30 last night.
Wow. And you do that 3 nights a week?
Yep.
That's impressive.
Thank you.
Yeah, you said it was for anti-war vigil?
Yeah, no war, no nukes, and no human rights violations. This is why we teamed up with Black Lives Matter, because the human rights violations in this country are Black Lives Matter.
And what do you see for the next administration? Do you see any hope?
Yeah, I see a lot of hope. I'm an ecology type of guy, and Biden is talking about getting back to the sanity of the climate change.
And are you worried about anything happening here today on Inauguration Day?
No, I don't suspect anything's going to jump off, not with the height of security that is happening right now. No,
Were you in the area during the Capitol raid?
no I wasn't. I was at home in my apartment.
Oh, no, but are you a D.C. local?
Yeah, I am.
How did it feel to see your city stormed like that?
I was surprised, but tensions have been mounting ever since people have been stuck in their houses, and so I can figure it out that it might happen like that. Yeah.
How long have you been a kind of political activist?
6.5 years.
Oh, wow. What made you get into it?
I was friends with William Thomas, the founder of our vigil.
Oh, wow.
I believe in his precepts, what he stands for, his three stances of no war, no nukes, and no human rights violations. So,
And what do you see for the future of America?
well, hopefully it's going to turn around and recognize that it was at one time one of the greatest countries in the world, and lately the only thing that it's great at is like incarceration and it's crazy. There's nothing really positive going on in this country in comparison to the way it was in the 1950s.
I thought you wanted to be free, and yet here you are, walking around in your pride, walking around in your sin, slaves to the devil, held captive to do his will, and you love to have it so.
You need to take the mask off. Time for you people to get serious about God. The problem is America obviously is not serious about God when it puts a guy like Biden in office. Shame on you. Shame on you. Harris is nothing more than a homosexual prostitute. That's how she actually became into office. That's how she became into office.
Wow, he just love hating people. He does.
Got a question? Take the mask off. Your vice president actually started politics by screwing the governor of California. She's nothing more than a whore. Your vice president is a whore. And Biden, what is he, a pedophile? And you voted for that? You voted for that? Have you lost your mind? Have you lost your mind? Shame on you. No littering, guys. Not littering. You don't like something, what do? Litter?
Did you say no littering?
No littering.
Your mouth is a
No littering.
Your mouth is a garbage
No littering, pal.
Your mouth-
No littering.
You see, he can't talk.
No littering.
You gotta get
You don't like what's going on, you throw things on the ground. You don't like what's happening, you burn, you loot. The black community are aborting their babies. You're not in Brooklyn anymore, sweetie pie. Hurry to break the news to you. You're not in Brooklyn anymore. Time for you to get serious about God.
You got police killing back here. Why not abort them? You got police killing.
I'm sorry, I don't speak ghetto. If you got something to say, talk English. Talk English. Talk English, pal.
Policemen are killing black kids. So what? What's that? You don't care? Your Jesus don't give a damn about that. Fuck that name.
No, my Jesus died for you on the cross. You just reject him. You just reject Jesus. Next, you're going to say, since Biden is office, we owe people money for bringing them here. Reparation is wrong. Reparation is wrong. Quite frankly, black people sold blacks as slaves. White men didn't go there and steal. I mean, if you want to get serious about history, which it may sound sexist because it has the word his story, not her story, but blacks were actually sold. They were sold. And there's a lot of races who were slaves. Jewish people have a history of being slaves. They're doing pretty good. You have Irish who were slaves. They're doing pretty good. Out west where I live, you had Asians building the railroad. They're doing pretty good. What is your problem? Pull the mask down so I can understand what you're saying. You're Irish. Don't be a drunk. That's what I have to say. Don't be a drunk. Yeah, don't be a drunk, and if you're male Irish, keep your shillelagh zipped up. Any other questions? Time to read the Bible, people. Don't forget, your president is being sworn in right now. What are you guys doing hanging around us? Man, he's being sworn into office right now. You voted for him. Some of you voted several times, most likely.
Where were y'all on January 6th that you're now so tough right here? Yeah. Where were you on January 6th?
We already know! We know this!
Sorry, do you mind if I
We know this, bro!
The Lord saved me.
Lady Gaga talking!
Forgave my sins.
Hush!
The Lord Jesus can
Seriously,
forgive
shut
your
up!
sin. He forgave my sin.
Close
my
your
brother.
lips!
You know, John Adams was our second president. John Adams.
You're a DC resident, correct?
Yeah.
As a DC resident, how are you handling all the chaos that's been happening throughout the entire month of January?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It's actually very different here in DMV. So in the area, we like to keep peace. We don't talk politics. We don't care about who voted for who or whatever. We keep it at our peace. What's been kind of keeping us grounded is just appreciating where we are. You know what I mean? Like, we love to show people that we live here and that we reside here, and there's more things other than politics that go on, like food, and as you see, like, we're skateboarding. You know what I mean? Like, you can go down to the monuments anytime, 24 hours, you know? So that's honestly what we do. We're just being at peace and just trying to relax and just go with it every day. I mean, not gonna lie to you, it's fearful. You're scared about what's gonna happen, you know? Like, I have friends that work in the government, and it's just like, hey, they're like, be careful. My friends and family, they all have my location right now, just in case anything happens. But the way I look at it, if it's my time, it's my time. But at least I'm doing it, and I'm living it, and I'm having fun, so I'm here.
Now, you said like the National Mall is kind of like the place where everybody goes. How does it feel to see it all like militarized?
It's so weird. Like, I told them, like, yo, there are fences. Like, where do you get these fences? I've never even seen them you can't even rent them from Long Fence. So it's interesting to see these fences and the barbed wire and the fact that they have soldiers, it looks like maybe 10 soldiers every 15 feet. So that's a lot, and they're just bodies on the ground, and I think it's sad. I mean, I have a couple of friends that are actually in the Guard, so I know for a fact they're probably working today. So this is just crazy.
Now, have you been to other inaugurations?
No. This is my first one. Yeah. And you know, retail does that to you. The last one I wanted to go to, which was Obama's, obviously I had to work. And then, you know, it's Trump. I mean, no disrespect. I just, of course, didn't have no intentions to go there. So, you know, why not be here for this one? But I'm like, this is actual history.
Now you seem to be kind of hopeful that there could be a chance of peace later in American history. Why do you think that?
That's just my optimism. I'm going to be honest with you. Like, all my friends, they're like, you're always thinking about, I'm always going to think about the good in things. And not to mention, it's statistically proven that usually after a certain political party takes after, then another one comes in. It kind of makes things a little bit better. This political party will probably be in for about, 8 years, so 2 terms. And then we'll come again with another situation, and it's just like repetitive. But I just have hope. Like, it's gonna be peaceful. Like, everyone's coming together. At least in the area, we know love is love, peace is peace. Everywhere else, they just gotta get with it.
Now, what do you have to say to people coming across the country here today?
Hey, be careful, have fun, and eat food.
All right. Well, thank you very much. You've been a pleasure. Why are you out here today?
I am here. Well, I had this trip planned 3 months before the vote happened. So I was coming for the inauguration, or I was coming for a protest. I didn't know which one I was coming for yet, but I'm coming for the inauguration. And I am here to celebrate a new dawn and a new hope for our country. I do believe Biden brings humility and empathy that our country really needs right now, especially with just us passing 400,000 deaths of COVID. I do believe that his story has allowed him to feel America's pain in a way most other presidents, especially the last one that has just exited the White House, could not comprehend. So hope has brought me here, and even more so, January 6th, what happened has brought me here. I was not going to let what I believe to be American terrorists keep me afraid from being a part of an American celebration. And this is an American celebration. And even though it's been cut down to a few thousand compared to the several thousand, it was so important for me to be here. And I'm here for all the people that cannot see it or watch it in person that wanted to be here. So I'm hopeful, I'm excited, and I'm ready for the hard work of real dialogue and the hard work of real conversations in this country.
Let man be a liar, but God's word is true. And he's coming back in vengeance. You women need to stop being rebellious. Submit.
What are you doing right now? Oh my God. Yeah, I thought you weren't supposed to let the women leave. You're letting the women leave. I'm a nice guy. I let her talk a bit. Relax.
See, women, you have a lot of authority in the house over your children.
2009, I came to the inauguration of Barack Obama. It was one of the most incredible things I have ever experienced. It was most likely the largest gathering of human beings on this continent, and it was immediately downplayed as not that. 8 years later, I came to the inauguration of Donald Trump. I love history, so regardless of my feelings about politics, I like to come to DC, and I like coming to the inauguration. Today, 4 more years later, I stand here today. Crazy shit has happened. I didn't know what this scene was gonna look like, but I wanted to experience it no matter what. I think I'm gonna come to every inauguration. There's a little bit of the possibility, there's that like a little glimmer of hope that maybe something different is gonna go down differently next time. And I can hold out for that like hope a little bit bit of faith. I really like the inauguration day. There's a spirit in the air that I appreciate. As the kids say, I fuck with.
Do you have hope for future inaugurations?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna come to all of the inaugurations, like until they throw dirt on me.
But he will strike the prideful down. In due time.
Yeah, we all prideful though, so he's gonna strike you.
In due time. So gross. You're gonna burn in hell forever. No one wants to see that. See, God says that's not natural. There's nothing natural about that. God says go forth and make lots of babies.
I have a boyfriend. This is just my friend.
I'm just your friend.
Yeah, this is just my friend. But I just wanted to say a big F you to these people. So I just was like, I'm gonna kiss this girl. So yeah.
And how did they react?
They said we're gonna burn in hell. So
They called us gross.
whatever.
They called us whores.
Yeah, they
and
called us
lesbians.
gross whores that are gonna go to hell. But really, I don't give a fuck at all.
Yeah.
So how do you guys end up here? End up in D.C. today?
So we were here for Joe Biden's inauguration. We were trying to get as close as we could to the Capitol, and this was like our best spot. And really after the actual inauguration ceremony, it was all this stuff. I saw them come earlier and I was like, oh, I want to harass them. But like now we have the chance because the inauguration's over. So that's really what we're doing now.
Do you get?
Oh, sorry. No, I was just saying, like, just wanted to get our thoughts and opinions in since we weren't able to. But yeah, just a pit stop before we left.
Do you guys have any hope for the future of America?
Hopefully just people like this are done with, because I really just, what I hope for the future is just everybody just accepts people for whatever they want to do. If you want to be gay, that's great. If you want to be trans, that's great. If you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do, that's great. And I just really hope that's for a more accepting future.
For sure. Just bouncing off of that, but less hate, I think, more unified country and everything, and just accepting everyone how they were made. Like, they preach that they love God and they love, He creates everyone, blah, blah, blah. And then people be themselves the way that God created them. And they fault us for it. I don't know. Their logic's flawed.
Are you guys DC residents?
No, we're actually from Dallas, Texas. So we flew out here on Sunday, and we've been kind of, scouting out DC, seeing what's going on.
And how do you feel about the military kind of lockdown?
It made me feel a little bit safer, actually. I felt a lot less like there would be any sort of, backlash from Trump supporters, or, any sort of insurrection type stuff again. So I felt a lot safer, actually, because I knew there was no way that anybody was going to be able to actually get through to this area without, or with anything they would want to harm people with,
I'm sorry? Absolutely. Absolutely.
That hasn't happened.
You're right, it hasn't, and I agree.
Trump said that should never happen to another president. We're not calling for him to get impeached.
Yes, much better.
And just in a matter of an hour, the entire city of DC is back to the way it was the day before. It's empty. I mean, hell, it looks like even the cops and military are going home. The protesters are heading out. The reporters are packing up their gear. Packed earlier today. Now it's just all gone. Even the military presence has lightened. There were cars on the road earlier. Almost as if it never happened. So how does it feel to be in DC, I guess, defending the Capitol?
It feels pretty good. I mean, we're just here to do a job, help out Metro PD, and we're from Pennsylvania, so it's right in our back door.
Oh man, yeah, I've seen people from all over the country come here.
Yeah.
Do you feel any sense of any fear or any pride, or what are your general emotions surrounding the inauguration?
I think we're all very proud of what we're doing. This is what we kind of signed up to do, so it's what we aim to do all the time. So we get to finally get a chance to go out and do it.
Yeah. Now, what kind of things were you kind of expecting to happen during the inauguration?
We didn't really have we as a platoon didn't really know, so it's more one of those things where just doing what we're told and kind of manning our posts, as you can see, checkpoints, and just trying to get IDs on cars to make sure we're doing the right thing and they're doing the right thing.
Well, thank you very much.
Not a problem.
It feels good. I mean, I'm out here, looking out for the citizens of DC. That's what I'm here to do.
And where are you usually stationed?
We're stationed in PA. It's called 2nd 104th Cav. We're a mechanized unit in Pennsylvania, up in Hamburg.
And how does this differ from your usual, I guess, rounds?
It's nothing different. We're just out here doing what we're told to do. Keeping all the citizens safe. Nothing different.
Is it strange to see, I guess, an urban environment militarized like this?
Not at all. I mean, I've seen this in Philadelphia. Same concept. Nothing's different.
It's a little cold, but we're here for a job. Other than that, I don't think some of the public's gotta get mixed feelings from other people if they want us here or not, but we're just here to make sure people can peacefully protest and just general sense of public safety and support local law enforcement.
Now, with protests getting a little wild throughout the entirety of 2020, do you have any fears or suspicions?
Fears or suspicions? No. I think protesting and rioting, it's just people are being passionate, people are upset about certain things, and just channeling their energy in one way, but I'm not afraid of anything.
Is it strange to see DC militarized like this?
I mean, we were coming here prior to the events on Wednesday for Capitol security, or for the inauguration as well, so I mean, it happens every 4 years. This is just a little bit bigger than what most people are used to.
Yeah. Do you have hope for the future of America?
Do I have hope for the future of America? Absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you very much. You guys have been a pleasure. Thank you all. Just yesterday, this was all gated off. There was the checkpoint right over there, and a second checkpoint right over there. All that is left of any sort of closure or checkpoint seems to be a lone detective car, or police car, I guess. Yeah, one lone cop car. After an entire week of militarization, it's strange to see it all go back. They took down the fence in front of the White House. So you've been out here all week, and probably longer than that.
Probably 4 months. I've
4
been out here for 4 months.
4 months.
Yeah.
Nice. And now, how does it feel to in the past week or so? We've seen the complete militarization of DC. How does it feel to finally get some lax restrictions?
Oh, it feels great. Like as soon as Trump left, I guess everything went back to normal, I guess.
Yeah. And is it exciting to see the gates come down and all that stuff?
Yeah, it's exciting. Yes, I'll go home. Finally go home, and I hope they open this gate up to the memorial, so we can finally go home. Yeah.
And what do you said that you're planning on doing something with all these signs here?
Yeah, we're trying to put them in the museums around here and some museums in London. So,
museums in London.
Yeah, they want to pick some of the art up and stuff.
Oh, that's pretty neat.
We're gonna try to put it in schools and some libraries.
What do they want to do with it in London?
Put it in their museum, in one of their museums. I'm not sure which museum, but yeah.
To finally get, I guess, DC back, are you guys planning on continuing this fight afterward?
If Biden mess up, yeah, I'll be back. Don't mess up Biden. Don't mess up Harris. I believe in Harris though more than Biden because Biden messed us up. But I'll give you a second chance.
All right. Well, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
All right.
Did you have anything else that you'd like to add or anything? I don't know, that you want to say?
It's been an experience covering the 2020 election. I am glad that it's over because it's just been tense and it's been exhausting and it's been long. I'm glad I did it. I wouldn't trade any of these experiences for anything. I'm glad to be moving on to something else, some other exciting things. You know, I'm excited. I founded my documentary team, and so I am glad to be spearheading that. You know, yeah, and so I'm excited that it's over, at least for now. I know there are a lot of things that are going to be kind of sprawling out of this the past year, the events of the past year, and that the events and that the effects are going to be lasting, and it's nowhere near done. But I'm glad that for now I can take a breather and focus on some other projects.
All right. Well, I think that about wraps it up.
Awesome.
I'm going to try to figure out how to save this recording real quick.